Social contract is ruptured, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. I'm Dr. Esther Trujillo, and I studied political theory, so you don't have to. Let me explain what's going on. I finally get to use my undergrad degree. A lot of people are feeling distressed and confused right now, especially after watching ICE operations and the violence that they are engaging in. So, if you're willing to come with me, I'm going to take you on a little journey to explain what's going on here. I think part of what we're seeing is tied to what scholar George Lipsitz called the possessive investment in whiteness. In his 1998 book, The Possessive Investment in Whiteness, George Lipsitz explains that U.S. policies were created around the protection of this idea, whiteness. This was the idea that with hard work and dedication, as long as you were white, one day you too could participate in the ownership that this country's foundations begot the people who were in charge at the time. Now, this promise is rhetorical and it's mostly empty, but it's powerful enough that people who face the same economic precarity and the same types of barriers in institutions that people of color face are never going to unite together with people of color because they believe that their whiteness and that the superiority that was promised to them is part of their property and that they can attain it if only those, right, pesky people of color were not around. Many white Americans cling to this idea of ownership that they will never have. I'll let you read Lipsitz on your own and make up your own mind about it, but I'm going to continue. The United States, as you know, was founded upon certain ideas, right? Freedom, independence. But have you ever asked yourself, freedom to do what? Independence from who to do what? At its core, United States law and policy was crafted to protect property. Greed is not a bug in the system. It's part of the DNA of the fabric of America. And you, viewer, are free. As long as you don't interrupt somebody else's pursuit of property, you're free. As long as you don't mess with other people's property, you're free. As long as you don't get in the way of someone making profit off of you. As long as you don't threaten someone else's financial dominance. So let's go back to this idea of the social contract. Political philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau argued that political authority could only be granted when the people of the body politic, that's me and you and everyone else who's under a government, if we give up enough of our freedom so that the state can enforce and provide justice. In other words, you and I agree that we're not going to bash each other over the head with rocks because, I took your stuff or you took my stuff. Like we don't kill each other. We let the government decide what the punishment should be, and they are the ones who are supposed to